Hi everyone, we're here with our head coach Tony Parks. Tony, why did you join Evolution?
Well, I think there was a couple of reasons. I think initially last summer I know that there was a Premier League football conference, and at the time I was head academy goalkeeping coach at Watford FC, and when I looked through the menu of what there was for goalkeeping coaches and goalkeepers on the Premier League's 3-day conference, there wasn't a lot going on. And then I genuinely stumbled across a goalkeeping conference in the northeast of England run by yourselves at Evolution Goalkeeping. So I thought I would prefer to come and be around like-minded people for 2 or 3 days and actually see something that's relevant to what I do for a living. Was obviously very impressed with the setup and the way things went, the quality of the presenters that came on to coach for you, and left with a really good impression. So I think you left a good impression on me initially. I then subsequently resigned my position at Watford, and out of the blue you called me up, James, and asked me if I'd be interested in taking over as the head coach. And I have to say that was probably the reason why, was because you left a good impression on me as a professional outfit. Privateers that do that in the modern game, I think, are few and far between. So to be part of something that is a professional setup, looking to improve goalkeepers rather than make money the driving force behind the operation, then yeah, I'm happy to put my name to it.
Yeah. Plans on helping Evolution moving forward?
Well, I think I bring a level of professionalism to Evolution. I've had the opportunity to work in some pretty big clubs in terms of Premier League level, at senior level. Also as a national coach for the English FA for 7 years. And you know, if I can bring a level of professionalism and an insight into what it takes to become a goalkeeper at the highest level, then hopefully that's what I would like to bring, and hopefully people will take something away from that.
What made you become a coach, Tony?
The raw emotion of my career was coming to an end initially, and oh dear, what am I going to do for the next phase of my life? You know, we hear a lot today about young footballers, careers are over, they don't really have a lot of opportunities or whatever it may be moving forward, and so I was in that boat really. And what was I going to do? I had to stay in football because I didn't have any other skills in terms of qualifications, i.e., you know, plumbing or electrician or brain surgeons or things like that. Wanted to stay in the game, needed to stay in the game, so that was really the basis of where my coaching came from. But once I was introduced to Martin Thomas at the FA, who started putting me through my coaching badges, it was, you know, it was kind of, again, a bit like when I first went in at Tottenham as a 12-year-old kid. It was like, you know, I was in love with it and couldn't get enough of it and wanted to be the best coach I could possibly be.
How does coaching compare to playing?
For me personally, I prefer being a coach. I had some talent as a player. I probably had, as a young player, a little bit too much too soon. Thought that once I'd reached the top of the tree, that you didn't have to do a lot else after that, and was quite, I don't know, was quite unprofessional, I suppose, as a footballer. Over the course of 23 years, probably wasted some talent, probably didn't play at a level that I should have played at because of that. Learned that there's more to being a professional footballer than having just talent. And the nice thing is that I got an opportunity as a coach not to make those mistakes. So I used all of those negatives as a player, rebundled them, repackaged them, and I've put them into practice as a coach, and it stood me in good stead. And I have to say, you know, I kind of get a whole load more joy out of coaching than I did playing, probably.
What did you find more rewarding, playing or coaching others to be successful?
Again, it's a split one when it comes to playing, because as a young player I was at a very high level from a very early age. I was number 2 to Ray Clements at Tottenham at the age of 17. I made my league debut when I was 18. I'd won a UEFA Cup winners medal keeping England's #1 goalkeeper out of the team by the time I was 21. So very flippantly, I thought that this football life, this football thing is quite easy. And as a young footballer, I loved playing football. And as I got older and I started to slip down the leagues, football became more of a chore, more of a need to earn money to pay bills, because the money that is in the game now wasn't in the game then. Became more nervous as I got older and less enjoyed the game less, and it became more of a chore. So again, I think the coaching side of it, when I coach young goalkeepers now and I see that they have taken something from the session and then you watch them play and they put it into practice and it works, it's a massive reward. It's very similar to being a parent, really, when you watch your kids grow, both in age and stature and confidence and the like. You become a proud parent, and I think you do that as a coach when you watch players grow and become more confident in themselves and perform to a high level, and you've had an input into that. Let's not forget that it's their talent that's doing it, but it makes you feel proud. It's a very parent-like feeling.
What is the best and hardest thing about coaching elite level goalkeepers like Hugo Lloris?
I suppose the best thing would be if I went back to my time at Tottenham and I walk onto the training ground and I've got Hugo Lloris, Brad Friedel, Carlo Cudicini and Aurelio Gomez, all international goalkeepers, all top Premier League goalkeepers. They're working to a level that is just beyond belief, and it makes your life easy. The hardships of coaching that ego on a match day can be more difficult, because they all felt that they should be starting in the team and only one of them can. So you have to manage those egos, if you like. But by and large, the professional goalkeepers that I've worked with are very, very easy to manage and manage themselves very professionally. So, probably match days when one's not playing and one is, and the difference in mood between them at times is difficult to manage.